I'm like 32 right now, old nigga status. But I've been cutting since I was like 14, so cutting in high school, cutting my little brothers, fucking everybody up, giving everybody the fucking Gundam wing and shit. A whole bunch of scars on niggas' foreheads. So yeah, nah, a lot of niggas took L's, and crazy part is I cut a lot of them to this day, so they got to stay down for the come up and get the icy cuts now from getting the fucked up ones.
So they still let you cut to this day?
I cut, it's like, my little brother, he like 26 right now, we like 8 years apart, so I used to cut him and his little homies and shit, so I still cut them niggas today, and they got kids, so I've been cutting some of my clients since they was like 12 years old, so yeah, it's dope.
For the people that don't know, man, like, what, like, is it a science to cutting hair, or it's just something that you just had to get used to?
It is a science now. You know, we doing a lot of shit now, like doing facials and fucking enhancements and shit like that. It's science to that shit, but it's an art. And as ratchet as shit be in barbershops, it's still an art to some people. So I say it's a balance, science and art. So when it come down to learning, I just seen people that ain't cut no hair pick up the clippers and be them niggas. Like, so some people been doing this since they was a kid like me, and some people pick them hoes up and just jump out the gym. So it really depend on the person. So
I want to ask you something, bro. You know how when you go to the barbershop and they tell you don't go to the first chair?
That ain't true.
I was to say, is that true?
Oh, that shit true in a lot of shops, because you know, you try to get a person that ain't really getting that much bread or just ain't built up like that yet, you try to give them the chair closest to the door so they can kind of get the walk-ins and, you know, assert themselves. But in this shop, first chair is actually dude that really got my feet wet in the game, my boy Book. He from Memphis, and he been cutting hair for like 15 years, though. He cold-blooded. He go by Cartoon Book. That boy is fire with the cuts, but majority of the time he really doing 3D art. He like a 3D visual artist. But my boy is super fire. He in the first chair. We laugh on the weekends because some people come in the shop and they treat him like the first chair. We be like, man, you just don't know. This the nigga that be cutting my shit.
Alright, I'm talking about Buck cold as hell, for real.
So yeah, the first chair stigma is the case in some shops, but not this one. So.
Okay. So like for you, I done watched the grind, bro, for years now. Like, what's been the hardest part for you, as far as
finding good help, finding good help, finding like-minded people. That's really the biggest thing. I love this shit, so it's a lot of bullshit that come with it, but I probably wouldn't be doing nothing else but this. You know, before the Instagram and the popularity of barbers have risen over the years, but it's a lot of bullshit that come with it, but I really only think that finding good help is the biggest part, because I'm here more than I'm at the house. So I really would like to work with motherfuckers that kind of on the same shit I'm on, you know, kind of like, hey, cut or die type shit. They can like, you can make money in this shit if you apply yourself. So it's just, you know, finding the right people to work with. It's a high turnover business, so people come, people go, you know.
For the upcoming barbers, bro, like what kind of advice can you give them? Because some of them, like they can't see themselves coming in the shop 5, 6 o'clock in the morning, staying to 7, 8. Like, what kind of advice can you give?
See, you an OG client, man. You been rocking with me for a minute. A lot of people don't know about that part. Like, yeah, nah, for like 2 years, I did come in like at 5 a.m. So for new barbers trying to get in the game, I mean, I went to barber school like in 09, so I wanted to go already. But there's a lot of people that go to barber school that ain't never thought about being a barber, but get kind of suckered in to the promotion they do for it, like be your own boss, wear what you want, come when you want, all that bullshit. Like that's really not how it go for niggas that's really getting it. Now if you ain't really getting it like that, you can come when you want. You know why? Because you ain't got no fucking clients, nigga. Like, you know, but when you got clients, my nigga, like your boss is whoever's paying you that at that moment. So I got like 100 bosses, 150 bosses.
My next question to you is, bro, like, how did you do the let me get this question right. How was the transition from you for coming, you know, back in 2014, 2013, 2015, cuts was like $10, $15, $20. Now cuts is, you know, they going up.
Like 60 to 100.
Yeah, they starting to come out to 20 and go up to 30, 40, 50.
I mean, generally speaking, the barber game definitely changed once social media got popping, like 2013, 2014, 2015. Like the DJ Khaled's and fucking who else, P Diddy and shit. Like I know both of their barbers. So once the popularity of the barber rose back in 2014, 2015, the industry started really turning up. So boys start doing more than just $20 haircuts. Like meaning you go in the shop, you can get a facial now. You go in the shop, you about to get enhancements and not just some shit you can wipe off. You get some shit that's not go nowhere. And you know that's an extra process. That's an extra time to your haircut. So it's extra money most of the time. So I think barbers are doing more. That's why the haircuts are getting charged more. But for me, how I jumped it up from 20, 25 to 60 to 100 a cut, like I said earlier, like I was coming at 5 a.m. for like 2 years. So I had fucking the parking lot full of people at like 5, 6, 10, 11 cars waiting at the door like they waiting to buy some Jordans. So I did that for 2 years to build up my demand. Like when you came in the shop to get cut for me, and this was before I was doing appointments, you was about to wait in this bitch for like 3-4 hours, like just to get a cut and get the fuck on with your day. So the haircut was a 5-hour event, and you didn't came at 5 a.m. because you trying to beat everybody that's coming. Cause I used to not get here till 8, but nigga was like, T man, let me come at 7. Then another motherfucker be like, well shit, if you come at 7, let me come at 6:30. And then that's how I got to 5, because everybody was trying to be first. Yeah. So once I got through the 5, 6 a.m. cuts, then my regular day started at like 9, 10. So most motherfuckers didn't want to wait. So I was like, all right, I don't like doing appointments because I know I'm an on-time nigga, but I know most of you niggas probably gonna be late. So one appointment go fuck my whole day up. So I didn't want to do it. So when I said 60, it was really to make niggas not book it. But once I put that price out there, everybody was booking the time because they didn't want to wait 3-4 hours in the barbershop. Right. So that's how I got to 60. And most of the time, if I go to a restaurant, I'll leave a tip for the fucking waiter. So when nigga can pay that 60, they throwing me 65, 70 on top. So yeah, that's how I got to mine. I built up my demand, made sure I was on time to work every day, no canceling appointments, no fucking niggas up, super consistent. I don't claim to be the best barber, but I claim to be the most consistent barber. So just being consistent, bro. That's how my price went up.
Now, how does it work traveling as a barber too? Because you get booked out of state too, and sometimes you have to burn off the shop. Like how does that work?
All right, so most of the time, like I'm loyal to my people, man, because I've been cutting for a long time. And you know everybody that be doing that, oh man, I got $100 to cut the line. I don't do that shit. Yeah. So you can come here with $200, you're not cutting my line because motherfuckers done pay they 60 and they 70. And unless you about to pay for all these niggas haircuts you about to cut, I'm not about to move everybody out the way because $60 is still a lot of fucking money. But with my cuts that get me booked out of the state, like I usually book them Saturday night. Like I cut all day, and if I got a cut after work to catch a flight, I usually come in like 5 a.m. that day. I turn the 5 a.m. back on so I can cut as many people as I can cut before my flight. So most of the time that you see me out of state cutting, it's probably like on a Saturday night. Or this last time I went to New York, I left on like a Thursday. And Wednesday and Thursday, it's like my slower days, so it ain't too crazy. I still cut as many hairs as I can cut before I leave, so I always try to finish my work day. I leave at 5, so with my out-of-state clients, I usually book my flight after 5 or 6, and that's how I can get that bag and then go fly and get another bag. So I don't really try to cancel on people or be like, yo, man, I'm out of state, man. You know, you got to go to another barber. I really be trying to compensate everybody.
So like, what's the craziest thing that's happened to you since you had your own shop?
Craziest thing. Craziest thing. Ain't no really crazy shit happened. I ain't gonna lie. I'm kind of blessed. Like, I mean, this Corona shit crazy. Like, a nigga had a nigga trapping like he's stealing. Like, I'm over here hiding and sneaking to cut some fucking hair. You know, not me. I mean, the nigga I know. But, nah. But, this Corona shit is wild. Like, you know, nigga was shut down for a couple months. Like, no cutting hair, nigga. Like, so I think out of my 8-year, 9-year career, this shit's probably the craziest shit.
So like how has it been working for you? Cause you know they enforcing the mask thing, and when you cutting hair, bro, it's like how you gonna cut hair with them?
I mean,
or is that just a risk that you gotta take?
This corona shit confusing, so I mean, walking out your house, going to pump gas and touch the fucking gas pump is a risk. To me, I think we should all be wearing fucking gloves everywhere also. But nah, for me, you know, I make sure everybody come in the barbershop that wear masks. I used to have a lobby with like 15, 17 chairs. Now I keep like 7 to 8 just to keep the bodies in the shop to a minimum. People get in their chair, I mean, I gotta shade their face. So I mean, I guess I'm like all the way out here shaving the face, but I mean, 6 feet deep, 6 feet away type shit, like, yeah. But I think, man, barbers ain't gonna lie, bro. We kind of already been on that safety shit. So like, we kind of, a lot of us, we been wearing masks, been wearing gloves. The sanitizing part, like that's a big part of us getting our license. Like it's like $500 worth of sanitizing shit we got to know. So that's kind of part of our barber DNA, the cleanliest shit. So yeah, it's kind of been already a part of what we do daily. So it ain't a big change. It's just the TV and the news and watching all the deaths and shit. Like that shit crazy. So we just trying to be as safe as possible, but gotta take care of our kids, take care of our families. So I mean, we ain't got no other option.
All right, man. My last question to you, bro. A lot of people make like barber jokes and shit like that when it comes to like barbers putting their hand on people's head and they don't wash their hands and shit before niggas be smelling niggas' hair. Like, was you big on the hygiene of that type of stuff when you started, or did you have to learn that type of stuff?
I mean, I'm a clean nigga, so that's shit. I think I hate that barbers, that type of shit has made it to the barber world. Like, dirty, it's dirty barbers out there. Yeah. But nah, I've never had that issue because before cutting hair, I was always a clean nigga. So you get in my chair, you probably gonna smell some Creed, probably gonna smell some 1 million, some shit like that. So nah, hell the fuck no. That's never been. Okay, this nigga closed that out with that.
Yeah, I gotta close it out with some.
Nah, hell nah. That shit, I ain't gonna lie though. I shouldn't say it because it's gonna fuck the joke up, but that's gonna be one of my next little videos I do. I wanted to, all right, I'm cutting somebody's hair, and I go to the restroom real quick, and I go like put my finger in like a melted sneaker bar or some shit, and I'm about to hit their hair with the lineup, and I didn't like put my hands on onions or some shit, and I hit their lip with the chocolate, it make it look like some shit. So I kind of wanted to do that. So yeah, but. Yeah, we probably gonna fight in this hoe, but it's gonna be funny. So, yeah, but nah. Yeah, nah, definitely keeping it clean around this bitch, though.
All right, man. Well, shout out to social medias, bro. Where can we find you? Where can we go get a book appointment? Where can we pull up at? All that good stuff.
Smack is my IG. That's the only thing I'm currently on. TAVARESMAC. Book an appointment. You just DM me. I'm real old school. Just DM me. The best way to get me to open your DM, because I open majority of them, but if you hit me with the, hey, what's up, nigga? Like, don't do that. Just be like, hey, I need an appointment, and I'm opening that bitch immediately, because I don't do really shit else but cut hair, bro. Cut hair and go to the crib, so my IG is pretty much business, all business. So, yeah, hit me on the DM, follow me on the ground, OTR Views, my guy. Thank you for the interview, bro.
Appreciate you, bro. And you got the model pics and shit on there. They ain't just. We see the model and this shit.
I don't go nowhere, so I mean, I'm like, niggas be like, damn, I see you wearing the Alexander McQueen to the shop. Like, I don't go nowhere, so I gotta drip somewhere. So yeah, nah, I gotta show the drip a little bit every now and then. So yeah, but the ground do got some fit pics on there. So yeah, go like them pics.